Welcome to Story Den. The little light that refused to fade. In a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young girl named Maya. Maya's village was known for its breathtaking beauty, but it was also plagued by poverty and darkness. Many homes in the village didn't have access to electricity, and the streets were narrow and winding, making it difficult for people to navigate at night. Maya's family was one of the many that lived in darkness. Her parents worked hard to make ends meet, but they couldn't afford to install electricity in their home. Maya's room was a small, windowless space that relied on candles and lantern for light. Despite the challenges, Maya was a bright and curious child. She loved to read and learn new things, but the lack of light made it difficult for her to study at night. One day, Maya had an idea. She remembered a science experiment she had done in school, where they had created a simple solar-powered lamp using a plastic bottle, some wires, and a small LED light. Maya decided to take matters into her own hands. She gathered the materials she needed and set to work on creating her own solar-powered lamp. It wasn't easy. She had to experiment with different designs and materials, and she faced many setbacks along the way. But Maya refused to give up. She was determined to bring light into her home and her community. And finally, after weeks of hard work, Maya's lamp was complete. She placed it in her window, and as the sun set, the lamp began to glow, filling her room with a warm, soft light. Maya's lamp was a game-changer. She was able to study at night, and her parents were able to work and cook without struggling to see. But Maya didn't stop there. She began to share her lamp with her neighbors, teaching them how to make their own solar-powered lights. As the days turned into weeks, the village began to transform. Homes that were once dark and gloomy were now filled with light, and the streets were safer and more navigable. Maya's small act of kindness had sparked a movement, and soon the entire village was bathed in a warm, golden glow. But just as things were looking up, a severe storm hit the village, knocking out the few existing power lines and plunging the village into darkness once again. Maya's lamp, which had become a symbol of hope for the village, was destroyed in the storm. Maya was heartbroken. All her hard work seemed to have been for nothing. But as she sat in the darkness, she realized that the true power of her lamp had never been about the physical light it provided, but about the hope and inspiration it had given to her community. And then, something amazing happened. One by one, the villagers began to light candles and lanterns, filling the darkness with a soft, warm glow. It was as if Maya's lamp had ignited a spark within each of them, a spark that would continue to burn brightly even in the darkest of times. Maya's story teaches us that even in the face of adversity, hope and resilience can overcome even the greatest challenges. It reminds us that the true power of kindness and compassion lies not in the physical things we do, but in the inspiration and hope we give to others. So the next time you're faced with a problem that seems insurmountable, remember Maya and her little lamp. Remember that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope, and that together we can create a brighter, more compassionate world.